Welcome back to the job site, guys. I didn't put a video out yesterday because basically this is all that happened. That's it for the panel moldings. We had a short day yesterday. I had to go do some stuff with my truck, clean it out, and it really wasn't worth putting out a video just for that. But basically what we did yesterday, we got everything put in, so everything is installed now. Now all we have to do is sand, do a little bit more of the nail filling, and we'll be done. We did get everything caulked yesterday because we wanted that caulking to cure overnight, and we're going to be running sanding sponges against all of it, so we don't want to risk, getting that caulking torn up. And now it's just a matter of sanding and masking so we don't get overspray on these shutters, doors, everything. So no overspray. I'm going to get started on that now. That should be it for the masking. This last window here, everything's masked off. And you're probably wondering, why am I masking up so high or masking off everything? Well, I learned a long time ago the hard way, and I made up this little quote, and it's, you never want to underestimate overspray, because I got some stories where we tried to spray things and we didn't seal the area off, and overspray just kind of sucked out through the air conditioner vent, went into this guy's living room, and just settled like fine dust everywhere. So we spent a good part of the evening cleaning that guy's floor. Thankfully it wasn't too bad, but that was my first experience with overspray, and since then I just never underestimate overspray. I gotta go through and fix these holes in the floor, well, on the paper, not on the floor, where we've been working, and then we kind of like twist our foot on it or something, and there's just little holes from being around, so I'm gonna mask those off. But that is pretty close to getting ready for priming. He's doing the 220 grit sanding sponge. It's an ultra fine finish. We love using these things. He already went through this one, but these are made by 3M. Really good for sanding moldings to a fine finish, and we get a 6-pack fine finish. I guess I said 220 grit, but I guess they're just called fine, these ones that we get. But we took all the woodworking tools out of here, the carpentry tools, and this is all of our prep and paint stuff here. I'm going to use my Pro X17, the Graco. I do have this FFLP tip. It means fine finish, low pressure. It's a Graco tip, and it's a 310, so it has a 6-inch fan. And that will also limit overspray using a tip like this. But we're moving right along here. Next thing is going to be fixing the floor from those masking areas I need to fix. I'm going to help him do some sanding sponge. We're going to do dust it with duster, just with the paintbrush, dust it all off, tack cloth, sweep it up, vacuum everything, and then do primer after that. Moving along. I don't know how good this audio is going to be, because it's inside my respirator, but I guess we will find out. The microphone is in here. We'll see. And this is just taped onto the sprayer. like one of those shooting gears. Okay, sorry about that heavy breathing thing. I didn't know it was going to sound like that. I watched the video and listened to it, and that was pretty funny. So that's it for the priming. I put a really nice primer coat on here using that Sherwin-Williams quick dry primer. So now I got to switch over to the paint. I'm going to clean the sprayer out from primer and then switch it to paint. He's already doing some sanding sponge. We're gonna take that sanding sponge and do a little bit more. Well, not a little bit. We're gonna sanding sponge this whole thing again, because after you prime, it always leaves it not smooth. Primer is never smooth to the touch. I think it's because it doesn't have that like enamel chemical or whatever that paint has. That's what I can think of. So after we sand it and then clean up all the dust again, I'm going to run the sprayer over it with the top coat, which is the final coat, and we're done. One other thing we do with the primer is, or with the primer, what we can do is we can go around and look for any imperfections. So as we're sanding, we're looking for a nail hole that was missed, or something that we missed for caulking, or something that we need to just take care of, a discrepancy. So the primer is kind of like a reveal coat. It reveals all the things you need to take care of before you actually do the final finish. All right, I'm gonna get to sanding. And speaking of that reveal coat, see that wood grain there and that pine? That's something that we need to fill in right there. I was about to turn the camera off and I saw that one right there. We're getting very close to being done with this job. He's got about 5 more minutes of sanding sponge. We're gonna get the dust out of the environment like we did earlier before we sanded, before the primer. Then I'm gonna suit back up and get this Graco FFLP tip, which is fine finish, low pressure, and give this a really fine finish for the top coat. And peel the tape, pick up the plastic, clean up, load up the tools, and we'll be out of here. All right, so that's gonna do it for this video. We wrapped up. We just gotta clean up and then we're gonna be out of here. And I think it looks really good. Came out looking great. Goes all the way around here, even back there where he is. Turns this corner, comes this way, and here's what y'all been seeing the whole time. Kind of focused on this part because it's so big, and this is the biggest impact of the room right here. And what's really cool, one thing I noticed, you should probably think about this stuff before you get started, but that window right there is split exactly with those 3 panels. So there's 9 panels on that wall, and there's 3 on that side, 3 in the middle, and then 3 on the left side. All right, thanks so much for watching this series of us going through this job. I'm gonna be doing another video like this, not next week, but the week after. This lady had some carpenters that she hired that didn't do such a good job, so we're gonna go over there, pull that stuff out. It's like some cased openings we gotta take out and then just redo them. So anyways, thanks for watching and keeping up with this, and I'll see y'all next time. Take care.